Hey, this is Paul with LSP Data, and today I want to cover one of the questions that I get the most about how to find cash buyers, right? And I'm going to show you a method that I use that seems to work really well. In each state, you have for example, in Texas, you have the Texas Real Estate Commission. So basically, those are currently the current license people. So think of real estate agents, right? Especially those that a lot of people end up getting their real estate agent license to be able to access the MLS tools, right? Or a lot of brokers. And obviously, you have people that do it as a living, right? So another thing I want to share is that from experience, it seems like a lot of this are actual investors, right? Real estate investors. And since we like data, we're able to correlate a lot of cash buyers or investors by looking at a list of the current agent individuals that hold the current license, right? So if you search, I don't know if this applies to all of the states, but for Texas, you can search for Texas real estate high value data sets, or maybe a combination of that in your state. And for this particular use case, we're going to download the TREC file, zip, and this basically contains a text document, which it's pretty big, and it's a text file, right? So you can open it with Notepad, Notepad++, or in my case, I'm going to show you how to open it with Excel. So for the purpose of this, once you open it, you're going to get prompted something like this because it's a text file, it's not an Excel file, but we can fix it here. So once you open this, you can do tab delimited. So that way you're going to get a new field, right, created once you finish this. And basically, you might have to come up with the columns, but what this is supposed to do is gives the information of all the registered real estate agents, right? And if you look at the you can open the text file to get the columns, but for the sake of time, you're gonna get a lot of information as far as where the person's based out of, their full name, their license number. You're gonna see if they're still active, because a lot of them their license has already expired, so you can search by that. And what I'll do is I'll add the columns in the YouTube description, so that way if you're in Texas and you're following this, you get a better idea of that, right? So the nice thing again is that it includes emails and phone numbers as well. So as you're trying to build your cash buyer list, this is super important, right? Or even if you're trying to maybe establish more connections with your local real estate agents or any other investors. But so again, this is just a list of registered, real estate agents, or that they have a license, right? Maybe they don't do that for a living, but the way we determine if they're cash buyers or not is that we're pretty much correlating the appraisal data, right? The appraisal district data from your county, right? In this case, Houston is our market. And like I mentioned, the file, that text file we're looking at, it has the company that they work for, and also it has the address, right? So sometimes I don't think I've seen any with personal addresses, but maybe I might be mistaken. But basically what we combine is the mail address, right? So in the parcel data, when you're looking at it, if you're not sure, look at my other video. I made a video about how you can request parcel information, and that way you can determine things like absentee owners, probates, or any kind of exclusions, or exceptions like tax exemptions. But anyway, so once you get a hold of that data, you can combine it with this particular one, right? And in this case, I've joined it based on the mail address, because this is going to tell me where is the mailing address going to for the homeowner or the investor of this properties, right? And in this case, I'm pretty much just selecting the relevant fields, right? So in this case, this company that real estate agent works for, or that investor, and I tried to sort it in the last few years, right? Like I can be more not aggressive, but I can say, show me all the properties that this particular company has purchased in the last 2 years for a specific zip code, right? So as you can see in this instance, this company's, let's use this, the holding LP, they purchased quite a bit in those zip codes, right? So and we can clean this data up. I have another one, for example, showing, show me the last 2 years, anyone that has purchased more than 5 properties, right? And as you can see, there's quite a bit of investor companies, right? And again, I can include the information for the contacts, right? The emails and the phone numbers. So again, if you're building your cash buyer list, this is 100% people that are buying, or investors that are buying those properties, right? So there's no need to go through your Facebook and potentially have someone steal your wholesale deals, right? Because they're not the actual investors. They're just trying to get your contract and sell it to an actual investor. So I figure I share this method because I don't think many people know about it. And yeah, try it out. If you have any questions, again, feel free to reach out. I think it's I'm probably one of the few people that uses this method. And again, the reason why many people end up getting their licenses so they can have access to the MLS, right? So unless you have PropStream or any other commercial solution that does any kinds of MLS comps, most people will end up just getting it to have access to that, right? Or they end up becoming a broker and sharing their access with someone else, which, is probably violating the terms of use, but who knows? But again, just wanted to show you that. And again, you can pull this information for free, and they're updated daily. And again, it's going to show you people that have active licenses and those that don't have an active license, which is another point to further validate that they're probably not real estate agents. Like, they just want to have access to the MLS and be able to pull comps for properties that they're investing in. So again, if you have any questions, let me know. But again, this is a good way to determine any cash buyer list, especially you can filter it through zip code of the areas that you're doing deals, and it makes it easier to say, hey, I noticed you're purchasing in this zip code. I have, some contracts that I want to sell you that are in that specific location. So thanks for watching, and yeah, stay tuned for any other videos. Let me know if you want me to touch on a specific subject or break down the data even further.